Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another voiceover. Here we have Alicia and Jason. Jason outweighs Alicia by about 40, 50 pounds, maybe a little more. So we're getting into it. Just going to kind of do a little voiceover of what I'm thinking when I'm watching my students roll. Maybe it'll help you guys with some things. So Alicia stands up, steps her lead leg in the middle, and she's able to hop back to a leg entanglement. Jason should have figure four'd his legs here or turned his right knee down towards the mat. Because he didn't, Alicia was able to straighten the leg and get into her knee bar action. All leg locks in my gym are legal, gi and no gi at all belt levels. So everybody's educated on everything. So Alicia's coming in here looking to do a little kind of a weave pass. We were working on weave passes earlier in this day. She's not able to control the bottom knee. So Jason's able to bring his bottom knee to his chest and recover, come up on an underhook. And now Alicia's playing front headlock, and turtle attacks. Jason's doing a decent job of keeping his base. He wants to turn into her, maybe get guard going here. And in a second, Alicia's able to get her left hook in. She's able to create some space between Jason's elbow and knee. And she throws her left hook in right here. And then Jason does a good job. He drops his free hip to the mat. And Alicia couldn't beat him there, so he's able to turn inside and come on top. And Alicia automatically throws in a little omoplata. She's looking to go wrist lock or Kimura, maybe Carney here off the omoplata. But what Jason does is he blocks puts his hand inside his leg to block her from being able to affect his arm, and he turns back in. Size helped him a lot there, but it was a good defense. He starts looking to go knee cut here. Alicia's making good frames, and Jason's getting to work. He does a little mule kick, high step pass, and finds his side control. Right here, he walked around to north-south, which is really nice. I'd be looking to expose elbows here, maybe go into Kimura grips. And this is where Alicia's able to get her knee back inside and find half guard. Jason's playing like arm triangle style position to look to pass. Alicia's able to get a bicep grip and block that. Now Jason's trying to free his left knee. He's looking good here. We're trying to walk over to three-quarter mount. The pressure's nice. As soon as Alicia puts her hand on his knee here, I would have underhooked with my left arm to take her left hand out of the fight. He peels it there, and Alicia's able to make a frame with her left arm on his hip. And he tries to step around, but ends up back in half guard. I would have just followed that through to mount instead of stepping off and giving Alicia the ability to get her legs back in the fight. So now they're playing here, Alicia in butterfly guard, playing collar grips. And now Jason's standing above her. Jason should be moving side to side. He's standing very still, like very stationary. Should be moving side to side, getting reactions out of Alicia, trying to put her flat on her back, breaking collar grips. He's allowing her to keep that collar grip for way too long, and she pulls him right into her guard. And now she has a full guard with a good collar grip. She lets it go, and Jason does a good job. Our hands on the armpits, stands up. I would love to see him stand up completely straight here. Alicia goes in a K-guard attempt, but Jason blocks her top leg and is able to force himself back to half. Now, I like what Jason's doing here, chest to chest, flattening her out, not letting her bring her knees in, and working a concept of going to three-quarter mount while also establishing better and better upper body controls. It looks like he's kind of almost playing arm triangle controls or trying to. Alicia gets her frames back and controls his knee line, and he's able to pommel his foot out for his pass. Now he's just getting good control, chest to chest. I like what he's doing here. You know, I'd be closing the little distance, maybe going knee on belly, and forcing some action out of Alicia. She's trying to get her bottom knee back inside, her right knee here for a knee elbow escape. And Jason beats that with his right knee, driving it over to mount. He has an arm triangle here that he set up a minute ago, and he's able to finish with a lot of pressure. He's a really strong guy, and he's been training with me for 7-8 months now, so he's got some good understanding on some things, on some squeezes. So that was a good submission. Now Alicia's giving him feints, switching her feet, circling, looking to get reactions, and she's going to look to go right into a pass here. She's not letting him get good grips, and there she goes, trying to hit her knee cut. She doesn't have the underhook, so she doesn't have great control here. And now again, she's going back to the weave pass. She's trying to find dope mount, but Jason frames on her head. For dope mount, you really need to control the upper body, and Jason knows that, so he's pushing the head away. Alicia's able to misdirect and go into a little kind of double leg shelf here. And still, Jason's keeping her head far away so she can't do an upper body cranial shift. He's able to recover half guard and start getting to work. He looks for his underhook here. Alicia blocks it, so he's just buying his time, trying to see what develops. Alicia wants to keep the right arm underhook. Jason wants the left arm underhook. That battle is always on the far side of the body. Jason tries to turn in. This is good. I mean, Jason's doing a good job. I'd probably be making some frames here, maybe bringing my right knee inside the left hip of Alicia so I can make some space. Jason uses his underhook and bumps her with his knee here, so he's able to come up to front headlock. Alicia tries to go to his back, and Jason weaves his left arm in, hits a double leg, and falls into a guillotine, but he's able to defend it. If I were Alicia here, I'd throw the right leg over for omoplata again, but Jason aligns their spines, squares back up, and he's able to stuff that. He's working back chest to chest. Half guard's a great position to pass if you can get chest to chest and get past their knees. So Jason got his underhook, hit a nice knee cut there because he developed the position, and their round is over. Now here we started about a minute into the round with Sarah and Gabe. Sarah's a 4-stripe blue belt. Gabe is a white belt with some judo experience. And right there, Sarah was able to develop the heel hook from single leg X, and Gabe wisely tapped. Now Sarah's looking to pass, she's going side to side. Gabe keeps his knee between their bodies and is able to high leg because of it here, which is really, really smart. And now he's entering double outside ashi and trying to play heel hooks of his own. The thing with these ladies that I have in this gym is most of them have these tiny little feet. We call them hooves. They're so hard to get a hold of and get heel hooks on. If you can heel hook one of them, then your heel hooks are solid because their feet are just tiny. So here Gabe's trying to catch her heel, but you can see that foot is just slipping out. He's struggling to get it, and now they're in a battle. They're in a shootout. What Gabe wants to do here, what he does in a second, is he passes the feet across and gets his hips above Sarah's hips. Once he does this, the foot lock is pretty much gone. And now she's stuck because he has a far bar arm series or police officer control series, and he's able to hit her with the hammer series finish because she was really trapped there. He had her hip on one side, her arm on the other, so it was diagonal control. She couldn't turn to either direction, and he was able to finish. A little bit, obviously, of a weight discrepancy, quite a bit of a weight discrepancy, but Sarah's tough, so it's a good round. Right here, Sarah's playing a good position, double inside position, splitting his legs. If I was Gabe here, I'd hit a scissor sweep because when they have their foot in step inside your legs, it's pretty easy. They don't have a post. She starts to pass, and Gabe does a little inversion, tries to roll to the legs again, and he's able to move to top position with an over-under style pass, almost a cradle here. Sarah has a really good guard. She's able to get back to full guard, and she gets to a cross-collar grip right here. And when she has this cross-collar grip, it holds Gabe's head down. So even though he sees her pivoting, he can't pull out of this position. And with Gabe's right arm here, he's putting pressure on Sarah's neck. So she's kind of being strangled and he's being armbarred. And I was telling Sarah, I was like, you need to roll underneath. You need to move his head towards the camera. She's able to roll underneath, keep her hips facing the feet. And she's able to finish with a nice armbar where she pivots underneath. Really good stuff on both sides. Gabe really didn't have an option of escaping that position right then because she held him down with the gi. Right here, when she goes double pants grips, Gabe should be attacking her elbows. Arm drags are pulling the elbows up. It's too easy to face plant somebody with a collar drag as well. But he didn't focus too much on her arms or on harassing her head position, and she's able to pass with kind of a Toriando style pass here. She develops the far underhook. She's in a good spot. And what Gabe does here is really smart. He pushes hard into her, and as she pushes back into him, he's able to roll her because he has his left arm trapping her right arm. So he pushes into her. See how he digs his right elbow under her hips? So now here he's going to push into her and then go back the other way. And it's going to be a really, really solid sweep. Of course, the weight discrepancy and strength discrepancy sure helped there. But I do think that it would have been a successful motion, if for nothing else, to get his guard back. There it was right there, where he pushed hard into her. She had to force back into him, and he used that momentum to get his roll. Sarah automatically working back to her guard. She has a pretty high guard here. I'd probably be looking omoplata. What Gabe does is he realigns their spines right there. And when he realigns the spines, Sarah's not able to get her leg over the head. And now he's working a chest-to-chest half-guard pass. He does a sit-out, which I love that motion for passing the half-guard. It just gives Sarah a little bit too much space. She's super flexible, really strong legs, so she's able to move out of the position and get back to neutral, and actually she moved into top position, so now she's working her passes. Gabe's got a good collar grip. He's going for collar sleeve here, and he starts to develop a guard, a type of spider guard, and then Sarah sits back on the legs. We got a lot of leg fights, a lot of leg battles in this round. Sarah wants to close her left knee and try to expose his heel. Boom, right there. And she rolls into it. And he's able to slip his heel and cross his feet here. She's still in single leg X, which is not a great place to finish the heel hook. It's a really good spot to expose the heel. If I were Gabe, I'd stand up here and put my foot flat on the mat, make it really difficult to re-access the heel. Sarah's digging for it here, and she's also trying to go for straight leg locks. Gabe's not really sure how to play this, and he ends up giving her his heel here. When you're in the heel hook, you need to keep your toes pointed out and your heel pointed in towards the body. And there, when Gabe turned in the direction of the pressure, he exposed his heel to Sarah, and she was able to get her heel hook finish. Again, if someone grabs both your pant legs, you can never allow somebody to control both pant legs. So you need to break those grips, or at least expose elbows or collar drags, harass their head. So again, Sarah was able to pass, but Gabe recovered. And now we're playing from Sarah's guard. Round ends. There it is. Nexus Jiu-Jitsu. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to talk about, questions, concerns, comments, throw it down in the comments, and just subscribe if you haven't. And I hope you liked it. And try some of those motions on your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.